The most professional music for the least professional people.
Hello. What the hell was that?
I don't know, but I feel like I needed to get a little lit before I watched that.
Am I the only one with an alcoholic beverage?
Hi,
Cheers.
I'm Brian Williams. Welcome to the 11th hour.
Cheers, everybody.
I'm Big Bry.
Okay.
So professional.
So professional. Well,
So professional.
Mega dildos to everybody.
Schmega dildo.
Very
Schmega
nice.
dildo. All right, greetings, everybody. So, welcome to a emergency Gunk production of. I have to stop reading the thread. So we decided to do a return from vacation. What did we name the show? I don't even remember.
The vacation wrap-up show.
Oh, vacation wrap-up show.
Vacation-lution.
Right. So we're on the vacation-lution wrap-up show.
Such a hard one to remember.
I see
right?
Arm was too lazy to change.
You're right, Cindy. It was.
Once you go
Once
Groot,
you
you
go
never go.
DPG, there's no going.
Once you go Groot.
My cellist, my cello instructor.
Okay, so we are doing a show tonight. Okay, so I'm trying a new setup because every show is the first fucking show.
Every time's like the first time.
Yeah, but I'm trying to do it on a different what's it called? Firefox? Browser.
Browser, yeah.
You're a little hot. You might want to just pot down like a...
No, she's just wound up. That's just what she's.
No, she's a little hot.
I'm a little hot. I agree.
Just gains
With your
down, gains down.
pre-distressed dresser in the background and match Howard's boots.
Is that French?
Okay, I'm gaining down.
Is that Provençal?
It's provincial.
Okay, try now.
Okay, testing.
Better.
Better?
Better.
Okay, better. Okay, so this is my first time trying it on Firefox, and we'll see how this works out because that's the way we are. So we decided that we would do a podcast tonight based on the fact that Howard returned today, and I don't even know why he did.
They're loving your Jason Momoa frosted tips in the chat right now.
Jason Momoa?
No? Is it the lighting?
I curled it just for you guys. I did
Okay.
this for you. I did this for you.
I so cute.
It's okay. Oh my
That's-
God, it's so cute.
I believe that's Kalal Drago to you.
No, if you're interested, I just picked those hydrangeas from my garden today, and this dresser is from like 1918, and I distressed it myself. This is my second bedroom, and this is a bed from Restoration Hardware that I had in my old apartment. I moved it here.
Fancy.
Here's a picture
Yeah.
of me
Oh,
as a
elitist.
baby on the dresser because I love myself. Shane, thank you so much. This is so freaking stupid. We are idiots.
One less
We
suicide.
know that. we get
It
it.
happens.
That's one less Dana Plato-inspired suicide. Thank you, Shane.
Okay, yeah, so I'm supposed to do a promo for that, shouldn't I? So,
You are.
So yeah, we are doing a special. Okay, a couple of things. Let me just get to before we start the show. So, Bon Jovial and I were able to find some of our lost episodes from our old YouTube channel,
Yay.
which we are going to put up at some point in the very near future. We have like a ton of them. Oh my God, Ida, you are the best. I love you to death. I cannot believe that you constantly give us money.
1999.
So thank you so much. No, I don't need to pee yet, but that's coming.
I'd agree.
So, so,
You need a piss jug.
oh my God. So I totally lost my train of thought. What was I just talking
It was about the shows coming up. I'm about
Yes.
the shows. The
Dana
two
Plato.
shows.
Even Bon
Data
Jovial
Plato.
doing some stuff.
Yeah, Data Plato.
Yeah, whatever.
Remember you
Okay.
talked about before the show.
Yeah,
that thing.
Yeah. So Oh, right. So we found a shit ton of shows, and I had somebody go to my house and get all my hard drives and ship them to me. So I am going to. Oh my God, love you, Pibble Girl. Thank you so much. Yes, we all hate Chris Rowling, and we're going to get to that momentarily.
Yum.
So. So a lot of the old shows will be coming back onto the new Radio Gunk 100 website, and we'll see.
Yeah.
Tits for tits.
Make it rain.
All right.
Make it rain.
You're killing me. Yeah, exactly. You're fucking killing me. Okay, so with us tonight would be Dennis, the Jackie Chair, who is still doing the Lord's work by doing the listening thread in the morning, and then John Arm just insists on being Daniel P. Grote. He's just the gift that keeps giving.
Does have nice hair.
I'm not
If
really
anybody
sure
in the chat
why.
who doesn't know what it is, just Google him on LinkedIn, and that'll tell you all you need to know about my old cello instructor.
And then Captain Stupid, obviously, is Xavier, who decided to join us tonight. Actually, it was his idea to do the show tonight. So,
Assalamu alaikum. Praise Allah.
yeah, exactly. Praise Allah. Praise Allah. So, I do want to discuss today's show. But first, before we do that, I do want to show you guys the trailer from the Dana Plato show that we're re-releasing this week. And the reason we're doing that is because it is Suicide Awareness Month. And we are going to rebroadcast the Dana Plato show for Suicide Awareness Month. And all super chats and everything that we get from that show will be donated to the suicide
Bianca's furry
prevention. Yes, Bianca's furry friends and the suicide prevention lifeline. So I do want to show you the trailer for that Bon Jovial oh so nicely made for us. So let me see if I can figure out how to do this shit, and then we will get to it. So hang on 1 second.
Burp.
There we go. Can you hear that?
No.
Not yet.
Negative.
Oh my God! Wait.
Oh, well, that's
No, we can't hear anything. You better have to go backwards. It's not
That
bad.
mugshot, though. That mugshot's
to
depressing.
the beat of
God
just
damn.
one drum.
That
It
hurts.
might be right for you. May not be right for some. A man is born.
Okay. Well, you
I
know,
love it.
You
The
can't hear
Conrad
it.
Bain of San Diego
You can't
singing.
hear
I love it.
I don't know why you can't hear it, but every day is a new day,
Here's your-
so I'm just gonna continue playing it.
So, just play it.
I
It's
got
all
nothing.
good. We'll do interpretive dance to it.
I can get my kazoo.
Shane
Come on,
Bugby.
Mr. D.
Join us.
Oh, I can make that noise. Who just did that noise?
Me.
I love
Monique,
that noise.
Did you hear Xavier sing the Different Strokes theme song?
For the
Backwards
remastered
stuff?
2019 interview. Yeah, I'm on a house station. I'm gonna kill myself. The Dana Plato story.
Yeah, we decided not to say the death of Dana Plato because that was a little severe.
Morbid.
A little morbid. A little
A
morbid.
little morbid there.
Did
Yeah,
we just have
so-
a suicide show like 2 days ago?
Yes. Hey, every day is a new suicide for us, okay?
Okay, cool.
Cut
Right
us some
on.
slack. I need to figure out why I don't have sound on that, and that's like
You know, it's all good. Let's move forward.
no, because I have clips, and so
Oh,
it's-
have you closed down GarageBand? Have you closed down the Cube? Have you done your mic settings?
this is all talk. I don't know. I
Okay.
I know nothing about birth and no babies. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hang on.
Maybe the Gooch muted you, Monique.
Okay, so
This is an Arnold's bully.
is ground control
Nice.
closed?
To Major Tom?
No, ground control Cube.
Oh
it
yes.
Make sure right click, force quit.
No. I restarted my whole system, so
Okay,
no, it's not even
okey-doke.
open.
Okay.
I got nothing. I just don't have volume on my Schmegadildo mega site. Here.
Okay, well, do we need audio for this critique of
Allegedly.
today's?
Kinda, because I
yeah,
have
there's
some.
a couple things. Yeah.
You know what, Xavier? I'm
Yes?
actually going to forward them to you, and while you're chatting with us, you can actually share them with us because
Sure. You just
you're cool that way.
send them to my AOL.
You don't have any.
Actually, Prodigy, please send it to
That's
Prodigy.
not Prodigy.
My Prodigy account.
You don't have that. Okay.
Well, how about my Net Zero?
That's zero.
What, I'd say Lotus Notes
I
is
say
the most
GeoCities.
Do you have your
Okay.
Endora?
GeoCities?
You have your Endora email?
Captain Stupid at GeoCities, please.
God, GeoCities was the original Howard message board. That had a ton of dirt
That
on there. I
was.
wish you could
I love how
excavate
like,
that.
and all the URLs were like 20 words long.
I know.
It's like I'm going to the garden / the hosing group / the / on air talk / shock jocks / not imus /
It had the Commodore 64 font.
absolutely, and every
green and
page.
black.
Remember waiting for those JPEGs to load? It
Yeah.
was like, oh my god.
Okay, so I guess Xavier, I just sent them all to your Gunk
Copy that. Let me go.
email.
Hang on.
So maybe you can share those.
I'm on
with
my
us.
speaking spell, so those should be downloaded soon.
Okay, so what we basically wanted to do tonight was introduce you to Howard coming back and basically doing absolutely nothing to
Earthlink.
make this show something that we care about. And so I have a shit ton of comments from Reddit, and Dennis has a ton of them from our website, and we also have some from Twitter. But I think across the board, everybody was like, holy fuck, what the fuck? How was he off for 2 months?
67 days. 67 days.
67
days.
days.
Yeah.
And you know, you would almost think like, and he doesn't drive into work, so you
No,
almost
no.
think to yourself, he must have been thinking about it like last night, thinking to himself, what's the
No.
best way I can tell these people to justify my time off? And so he came in belligerent and
Entitled.
entitled
yeah.
and
Well-
fuck you, I deserve this time off, and he compared himself to Simone Biles, who literally has been trying to be a fucking superb gymnast since she's like 8 years old or maybe even younger, you know, who has worked her balls off or whatever she has
Well,
down there for forever to be the athlete that she is. And so for him to compare himself to her, and then hopefully Xavier will be able to download these so that we can actually compare him to podcasters, he decided that he deserved this time off because he deserved mental health time. Go,
Well,
Dan.
he sounded like somebody that has caught a lot of shit, and not just from fans. And that's what he truly sounded like. Because
Oh yeah, I think the
it-
cancellations.
I mean,
come
there was
at
a
him.
lot of. He got a lot of negative feedback during that time
Oh
frame.
my God, did he ever?
did. You could tell. And
In the press, probably in like
inside
text,
of
everything.
Sirius.
Yes,
I mean,
everything.
There was
Yeah,
a lot.
let me ask you guys this: how much interaction do you think he's forced to have with? I think he is management, but with other big wigs. pun
No,
intended.
none.
I don't know. Yeah, I
His-
don't know if he's ever talking to them. I mean,
His publicist takes care of probably most of the.
You think
stuff.
Buckwald is the?
Well, they go
He's
through
got,
Buckwald.
that's why he's got Marcia for.
Well, he has a. Do you guys remember he hired Leslie Dart to run publicity? Leslie Dart is the publicist of fucking Woody Allen, and so when the book came
that
out,
worked. That worked out for her.
you don't hire her unless you're trying to deflect all negativity. And
It
you're
worked
worried
for
that your
him.
product's so
I mean-
shitty. Yeah, well,
I mean,
You
it
don't
did
have-
because
right?
shit.
so
Well-
I think that's who's kind of still on board. Leslie Dart, folks, look her up.
I don't really even know. You know, it's so weird to me because as I was looking through a lot of the Reddit comments, our comments, everything, you know, as Xavier pointed out to me, like at lunchtime today, it's like he really did believe that we all loved him, like that he
Oh, yeah.
was the guy. And now, like Reddit especially, where everybody would be like, oh my God, don't talk negatively about Howard. We love him and blah, 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 blah.
Oh,
but everybody on Reddit is like, oh, fuck this. The show fucking sucks. We're not listening,
This show is as welcome as a herpes outbreak. I mean, seriously. That's how bad this was. I mean, it was horrid.
It was horrid.
I mean, you could not have done less effort with over 2 months of preparation time.
What did you expect, Dennis? What do you think?
I didn't expect anything. I had no standards.
Studio and a round table of Cuomo discussion groups. What did you think he was going to come back?
No, I didn't think he was going to do anything.
This is what we expect. You have to lower
exactly.
You have to lowered expectation, motherfuckers, with this, and it can't get any lower. The bar just keeps getting low. I don't ever come back thinking I'm here to watch it burn. I want it to be bad. I mean, I just don't.
We know it's going to be bad, though. That's why we want it to be. Like, our expectation bar is so low that we didn't expect anything more or less than what he gave us today. We knew that it was going to be a shit show.
Quick, Mo, do you remember? I can't share MP3s because I'm not the admin. Just so you know. Do you have them in MP4 by any chance?
Well, Monique, are you trying to convert it to MP3?
Well, unfortunately, since I'm not the host of this, I can only share videos. I can't share MP3s.
Oh, she can only do that, right?
Can you test your setup again, Monique?
No.
Play something. No? Why not? You shut it down. You just gave up.
I got pedal writing here.
I
tuned in this morning to hear him not be able to get it up on time, or all the time, including getting on top.
I think we move forward.
Turn it off.
Yeah. Wait, say that again. I'm sorry. I have both of you speaking into my.
No worries. I think we just move forward, unless you can provide an MP4 video format of this.
Well, I have everything downloaded already, and I was prepared to go with it, but I'm, for some reason, not understanding why my volume... Well, I don't... I know. We just go...
It's all good. Let's... I want to start, at the beginning here. For him to say that he needs a mental break, from what? He's still in the same place he was vacationing for the last, 60-something days, whatever it was. That's like literally someone calling from Acapulco on vacation and saying, hey, I really, I'm stressed about going to work today. It's like, you're still on vacation, dude. What is exactly that he needs mental break from? He's still on vacation.
Xavier, not to mention the fact, the show is what he wants it to be. There's no quality control. There's no ratings. There's no information expectation. He has no talking points. He's one of the only shows in existence that gets to do whatever he wants as he wants it.
It's laughable that he would say that he needs a mental break from what? It's like he's like literally for like the last 60-some days, all he's done is post videos of him talking to fucking cats. Okay.
Playing cards with cats.
Yeah, we're playing cards with cats. And he truly believes his own hype that whatever he does is like a fucking shiny turd and no one will ever question it. And I think it reached the point, because Mo and I were talking earlier today, originally when the Reddit forum, subreddit formed, it was like the Gilligan's Island of Stern fandom, and it was all about don't speak negative. It was like that last bit of positivity that the Stern show still had. But if you look on, like, just go on today, I dare anybody to find a positive comment. He's burned even that bridge. They're like even nastier than we are to him at this point. So
I don't know
what percentage of daily what do you think the percentage of daily listeners he's down to? Let's say based on...
It is literally that dude that bought the Jeep Wrangler last year that forgot that he put his credit card down for the trial subscription.
Exactly.
At this point. And I'm just,
exactly.
I'm
no, you're right.
Like,
and even
that's
that
exactly right.
Turned it off.
It's like, oh shit, I forgot I'm still paying for this.
And he's too much of a rube to know the difference.
Yeah,
Or
and
someone
it's
who
like-
just doesn't know the show that well.
And
He
then-
doesn't care, though. He doesn't care anymore.
He doesn't have to care.
No,
he doesn't have to care.
No, here's the thing. He does care in that he's an egomaniac.
Yeah,
and,
that part
and,
is...
and the fact that he's
Thank you, Trinity Jean.
and the fact that he's saying that, oh, fuck everybody for complaining. Well, technically, if you're listening to the show, you may be
Lauren.
stupid, but you're a customer. You are paying for a service. So he doesn't have the luxury of saying, fuck you, don't listen. Those are paying customers that are listening to him for as little as what it is, for as stupid as they are for paying for that. So fuck you. It's like going to Six Flags and all the fucking roller coasters are not working that day, and they're like, well, fuck you, we're the king of fucking roller coasters. So what? I paid for a fucking service. That service is a shitty
that's a
fucking...
great
Like what I said to
No,
you
but it's
today,
true.
it's like
That's a great
Disney
comparison.
Plus. It's like
Yeah.
Disney Plus saying, okay, well, we're only going to broadcast Mondays through Wednesdays.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
the rest of the week
And
we
they say,
have
"Fuck
nothing
you."
on. Fuck
he
you.
literally said, fuck you. Well, technically, those are all paying customers.
Yeah, he did.
and customers have the right to fucking... You know what? Customers have the right to piss on him.
Yes. Yes, we do. There was a brilliant point on Reddit, which I think we should all follow and take heed
do that.
with. Since Twitter comments aren't allowed on the Stern Show page, everyone should just go to the Sirius XM page and leave the realistic state of the show for those shitheads who gave him a new contract for this sorry-ass product. And I agree. I think we should do a protest.
Strike,
We should do
strike,
protest.
strike.
So what did he start the show off with? And again, I'm so sorry that I don't have the... John, nothing would make me happier than for you to be able to share audio and be able to do this for us. Because since you're the one who has all the audio of this show, and I happen to be on Firefox, and I don't know why
It's
I
all
can't
good.
share
Don't even
the
sweat it.
fucking
Let's just-
audio.
Let's
Well,
try to-
basically,
She's-
he started out the show telling us how
No.
horrible it was that he had to be back, and fuck you for not understanding that he needed to have a mental health break because he,
Actually,
Yeah.
it was even more bizarre than that. First, he started off trying to be funny. They were asking about how Jason looked. They said he weighed 120 pounds. I mean, this is him trying to be funny, like improvising funny. But see, then it was the slow build. It was like slowly I turned Niagara Falls, because then he went into it, said it's weird to be back because I had set goals for myself. I set goals for the summer. I wanted to set my phone alarm to cascade. That was literally something that was a goal for the summer.
Oh, my God.
And then the other thing is like,
That is like my mom on her Obama phone trying to figure out how to answer a scam likely phone call. What kind of fucking...
Wait, he said, I don't want to get overly ambitious. You know, I had a list of things to do. One of the things was to clean out my closet of clothes that don't fit me.
yeah, and
Literally
everybody said
67
you've been in the
fucking
fucking
days.
closet all summer. So how the fuck is cleaning it
And
out?
then he starts talking about how he has a belly. This is a 67-year-old grandfather. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Melvin says X. Wig is a madman. He uses his fake stress as a crutch and to be relatable to the Chelsea handlers. I maintain that he doesn't make it through this contract. He'll be fired or quit or some face-saving mix of the two. I don't know. He loves money so much. I can't
fire him.
imagine that
They're gonna fire him. They're going to fire him.
No,
guys
because
are.
then they have to pay him. If they fire him,
So
then
what? They
have
don't
to pay him.
care. This is an albatross at this point. This is a liability.
You guys
Seriously.
realize that he's living that song Tortured Man. He's literally living
Yeah.
that, like, poor me, I'm a tortured man. Tortured from what? Okay, come on, give me a break.
Well, his closetedness.
Yeah, well, that's his problem.
I don't know. I mean, and you start the show with the Canadian twink, who
Oh, that went over well, didn't it?
Well, that was
Oh
I
my-
was a little ways in, because that was about
Yeah.
45 minutes in. That I had turned it off at that point for a little bit because I needed
Which
a
was
mental
what,
break.
like,
we all did. I think everybody
needed a
just
mental break
shut
at that
down.
point. Because he
it's
actually
like one
said,
commercial break.
Oh no,
That's
because it was sponsored, right? It was sponsored by somebody.
It was sponsored by ZipRecruiter. So if you have a business, do not use fucking ZipRecruiter. Don't give them a fucking penny of your money.
He totally disparaged all these fucking podcasts, and I listen to podcasts these days who are sponsored by like Honda, Kia, Ford, real fucking companies, and he's not. He's not.
This is the same shit that he used to use with all the A-listers. That, oh, fuck the A-listers. And then it turned out that he's the biggest A-list fucker of all. Mm-hmm. So for him to be like goofing on podcasts, all it means is he wants someone who owns a podcast company to throw him a fucking lot of money to do nothing.
It's not going to happen.
Well, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I'm saying
you must know.
Thinking.
I mean, all of you are going to laugh at me right now, but I really have to pee, so I'm going to mute my mic.
Go pee.
I love this.
He's a tortured man.
I love what JP writes. I think if you tune in today and you haven't listened, this is kind of one of the first observations you'll make, just the subtle. JP writes, and it's a little further up, he writes, listening to that new soft-spoken tone Howard uses when talking about issues he pretends to care about. I think of the guy who ripped Sally Jesse to shreds and laughs about it. He's so fucking full of it. Yeah, that Darth Kermit affected speech where he's hovering, so you can't see, on the Streisand quote-unquote good side, and he's trying to he's like soft speaking so the help upstairs doesn't hear him, and it's like completely devoid of passion.
It's him being too cool for school. That's too cool.
But it's gotten worse since the COVID shows. That fucking tone that
I think that's all shtick, because I don't think he's always wanted to just bail on the fucking studio and the commute. He's that fucking lazy.
Oh yeah,
and it's
absolutely.
he's still on vacation. I think I can't emphasize that enough. He's still in that same gigantic mansion, and he's bitching about what? He's still there. He's still on vacation.
In all honesty, what good does him being in studio even do to enhance anything?
Nothing.
It's sucked for years.
To be fair, X, he did move from the bigger mansion in Palm Beach to the smaller mansion in Long Island. So there was a change. He went from 18,000 square feet to 15,000. It's tough.
God.
What a peasant. I did wash my hands. Yes.
Yeah, sure you did. Yeah.
It's so played out, and then also now that Mo's back, this whole pandemic thing. Okay, I want everybody to realize it's just a fucking excuse, because how is his life pre-2020 any different from his life now? He's always been a disheveled hermit. So for him to blame this on the pandemic when he was doing the exact same shit for a decade at least, the hermit stuck at home, doesn't really do anything. And Jimmy Kimmel still came over. So how fucking scary is this pandemic for him? It's bullshit. The pandemic is an excuse. Don't fucking buy this gaslight shit with him.
Oh, he loves
gaslighting.
He is absolutely the same person now. He's the same person today that he was before this shit started.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So here's a comment from Petal. This is at 7:42 this morning. Tuned in to hear him talk about not being able to get it up all the time, including getting on top of Beth. Gross. Turned it off. Turned it back on to hear him talking about not knowing where he lives or how to get back home.
Yeah,
is that supposed to impress me?
How ridiculous was that, you guys?
Thank you for taking the summer off, Wiggy. You've completely weaned me off of you. Yay.
The picture I have in my head of that is like a fucking praying mantis eating a maggot. I just don't want to see that shit, dude. It's like so disturbing that even like YouPorn probably doesn't even have a subcategory for that kind of shit.
No, agreed. There was a comment on Reddit I wanted to read. Everybody was really turned off that his first guest was Chris Wilding. And it was curious because Fred wasn't on at all.
No
Fred, no Gary.
No Fred.
Did he get Lisa Jeed?
Yes, I think so.
The interesting thing about Fred, there was no drops at all today. Everything that was played was he played from his console or they were playing from Sirius. There was nothing being played from Fred's console at all.
To be fair, he was just tired from that King Norris gig he played last night.
I sometimes think Fred has a better gig than Howard does. Like that's the job you want. Like
you don't do anything.
So let's review how the show went down today. So we started out with Howard talking about how he deserved his time off, and that not unlike Simone Biles, he deserved
even worse. Even worse than that, he compared himself to school children and TV shows.
And HBO.
School kids get the summer off.
To be fair, he has the dick of a fucking 5th grader, so yeah.
And the hair of a 5th grader, actually.
Probably.
And give that hair back.
No, Melvin, you're totally wrong. Fred and Gary are not around. Both of them. Listen, if Ronnie is around, if Ronnie is there, there's no way that Fred and Gary aren't.
That's right.
Ronnie.
Well, we're going to come back to that. We're going to. God damn it! I hate myself for not being able to fucking share this.
Don't worry.
No, it's not all good. You know how much.
About the audio, Monique?
You know how much it stresses me.
Okay, you know what? If
so
you can't play the. Go ahead.
I can't connect to my. You know what? I can probably.
It's all good.
It's not good.
On a separate device.
Message Von Jovial.
Exactly.
No, it's all good. Don't even worry about it.
Oh my God! You know what? I really should. I should really.
You should. It's middle of the day there.
Middle of the fucking day.
There's 17 hours
tomorrow.
from here, so.
You're so right.
17, 18, 19, he's like 20 hours ahead of you. So.
No, you're so right, and he's around.
Perfect.
So let me send them to him, and then we'll see if he can play them for us.
So, are you saying that
Super Trooper writes here? This is interesting.
We can't hear
Super
the musings.
Hang on, Xavier.
Of a 80-year-old man that's dating a girl with Down syndrome.
Wait, hang on, Xavier. Go ahead. Go, John.
No, let him finish. Go ahead, X. I'll read it after you're done.
No, he's done. Go.
He's done.
Super Trooper writes here. This is interesting. I still have Sirius, though. I wouldn't give them the satisfaction of canceling because of Howie. I happen to like the unrestricted, uncensored programming. So it's an interesting take. So you're calling them. It's like a backward compliment to call them and say, I can't take this time off. Because he kind of likes that. Even though you're...
Absolutely. He needs that adversary. Just call Sirius and say, hey, you know what? I don't like Nina Blackwood anymore. I'm canceling.
That's not going to happen. All right.
They just signed, what's her name? Megyn Kelly?
Oh,
that's working out well.
Yes.
I'm thinking about calling her and ask her about the blackface.
For the
blackface Howard versus her.
Why did they sign her? Because for the 3 people that don't have Twitter.
Yeah, so
that
true.
Was the,
Okay, so let me read to you a little bit about what people were saying, and I'm going to go from the Reddit take, and Dennis is probably going to go from the R thread take. So, right into complaining, completely detached from the fact that people pay a monthly service to listen to him, and he takes, quote, some time off. 2 fucking months is not some time off. And he also mentioned that it was a couple of weeks. That's what he said it was. Just a couple of fucking weeks. And he said that they always
do this.
Yeah.
Try to actually pull that fucker.
And informs the audience of the time off the day before it starts. And offers 0 fresh content for those 2 months.
Not true. He did have the Big Dick Energy show.
Yeah, can we just discuss that for a quick fucking hot moment? Like, are you kidding me?
Disturbing thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Ever. So yeah, here's a couple of my things that I took down from the Reddit. Wah! I couldn't clean my closet out. Wah! COVID. Wah! Listen to 5 minutes. Nothing but complaint after another. Great radio. How is it possible to go from the greatest radio show in history to the worst show in radio? So fucking true. But you know what the reality is? He doesn't care. Like, he
That's what I'm
doesn't
saying. What do they expect?
care.
What do they think he's going to come back with?
a money
Passion,
grab.
innovations,
Yeah.
a tweaked format. What do you think he's going to do? He's always mailed it in. He's always going to take the laziest way possible, and especially these shows back. He looks at this like it's another Monday show. I'm just gonna mail it in, do impressions of my parents, give you just fake stories and crutch on
original,
Ronnie
right?
and Wilding now. What do you think he's gonna do?
Yeah.
You know it's bad when high pitch Eric taking a shit in a bucket was a high watermark at this point.
I would almost be looking forward to that at this point. He actually dragged up the Karate Story again. Literally dragged up the Karate Story again.
Wasn't it more of a lie? He had some lies to it then. It's
Yeah, he did. Well, he said
there were handsprings and Matrix style running up the wall going on in 1963.
He lamented that he didn't have someone to help him, not an adult or a father figure or some male to tell him it's okay to be scared to go to karate class. I swear to Christ, he said that.
What an asshole. Seriously.
What a flaming asshole.
Yeah.
So let me read a little bit more. Show's been dead since Artie left. Why are all of you still listening? The world passed Stern by. There are so many great things online to listen to. How anyone can still listen is strange to me. Even if the show was still good, how many times can you hear the same thing over and over again? If my favorite TV show of all time aired for 30 years, I'd be dead tired of it. The show stinks. Shame on you for listening. The only reference on this board are stuff that happened decades ago. So fucking true. We all live in the past. That was
Not
our
me.
Howard. As far as Howard's concerned?
Not me. I love to see this decrepit old man literally rot in front of our eyes.
Oh yeah, for a different read, right? You want to watch it, right? You're watching him wither and get worse, and yeah, I mean, there's an entertainment to it, but to think like what this guy said is pretty much spot on, as far as Yeah.
So. Yeah, there was this really angry person posting on there, and he quoted Howard. All my fans are blasting me. I'm a sucking fuckhead because I took some time off. You guys suck.
That's
They're still his customers. They're still paying his bills.
Blobbin chiming in.
Yeah.
They're treating you like these people who don't want to go back to work because they have a government benefits.
She's such an idiot. And she also said today, she's like, so what, the most egregious thing that I heard today was him talking to Ronnie. And Ronnie apparently came back into the, totally pre-recorded. I wish I could play it. But he was basically saying that he came back into New York from Nevada, and he wanted to kind of tie up loose ends with Howard.
And I've been working for 30 plus years.
Exactly. And so he said to him, I would love to come meet you and whatever. And Howard basically said no. And so while they were on the air, Ronnie basically said to him, yeah, but you saw Jimmy Kimmel and, his wife and kids. He's like, wow. Jimmy came to my house and we all got tested for COVID. And Ronnie was basically like, well, I'm vaccinated. I would have gotten tested. Like, what? Well, but I don't know. I don't know that you don't have COVID. I mean, it's just such a fucking... But Ronnie has been working for him for what, 30 years?
Scoresman's got a vaccine.
Yeah.
Scoresman got a vaccine. Exactly.
Like 35 years. Like, literally, 35 years he's working for him.
Right.
Wait, best of all...
Ronnie's plans for his house where he made a story out of nothing for 45 minutes. That's true.
So, Ronnie, in the beginning of that one, he asked him why you don't sound so up. And then Ronnie's like, how can I sound so up when everybody's sticking knives in my back? Jesus Christ. Wow.
Ronnie's application was done with a crayon. What the fuck is he talking about?
Yeah, that's true. Ronnie's not the brightest bulb on the fucking
Well, I understand that, but still, to be treated like total dog shit after being there for 35 years is really shitty. That is.
Well,
and you're needed for content. And you're needed for content.
Isn't this just like the scenario with it's about fame, isn't it? Like your disease or your germs, but fame is the only thing that can trump that. So it's like Robert Downey Jr.'s tchotchkes are a keepsake and to be cherished, and Dr. Drew's Mad magazines are to be thrown in the garbage. because he just doesn't hit the right. It's the same
pick and
thing.
choose your spots. That's exactly right.
Absolutely.
To be fair, what Rodney was going to be a Rhodes Scholar if this shit didn't work out for him. Come on.
Yeah, really. It's so true. Okay, if he's so miserable doing this job, he should not have signed the contract. It's that simple. Either sign on and do your job without complaining about how awful it is, do your fucking job, or decide it's time to retire. Also, the complaining is not content. It stopped being funny a long time ago if it was actually funny. By the way, and the reason I chose to read the Reddit comments was because that was such a bastion of if you said something that negative, 40 people would come out and say, oh, you're such a dick, fuck you, he's the greatest fucking guy that ever lived, right? And so that would be, you would be the one person that was negative out of a chorus of 100 who weren't. And now it's completely
they would white knight them.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I agree, Super Trooper. I would never fucking live in Las Vegas. Like, you couldn't pay me to live there. Not only do they have, like, heat that is oppressive like a fucking oven, but they're also having water issues, and I would never live somewhere
desert.
where there is, like, a...
Hello, Fremont Street, you get 50-cent chili dogs. You can't beat that shit.
Oh, that is a good point. That is a selling point.
I could beat that.
Dude, they have, like, Irish bars that have, like, 35-cent beers.
Yes, they
do.
do.
Amazing.
Who would do that? What's wrong with you?
Hello, I just ran out of beer. I'd love to get a 35-cent beer right now.
35 cents?
35-cent beer.
Fremont
Because you're going to
Street.
gamble your money away.
If you go to the old Vegas, Fremont Street, you can get some.
I just dropped my mic.
You can literally get filet mignon for like $1.
That's bullshit. That is
Yeah,
not...
No, it's $9.99.
If you go to the Palms, that steak is like $89. You go to Fremont Street, sure, it's a little rubbery, but it's like $1.
I would never eat it. I'd sooner starve. All right, my Bon Jovial came through in the clutch, and hopefully he'll be able to... Bon?
Hi.
Oh, see, he's all fuzzy.
I spent 17 fucking hours figuring out my buzz.
Are we doing these funny voices now?
Can't hear me. How bad is it? It's really bad.
Just hang up and come back.
It's
pretty bad.
Fuck these guys.
Oh, this is so funny.
Well, just hang up and come back. It's a lot of static.
He is the static Nazi. And
Static shock.
It's all good, Humvee's trying.
Shock.
Shock. The dingo ate his microphone.
God bless the metric system.
Proper modulation. Yes.
It's all good.
Oh my God, I'm crying.
But it's winter down there.
On your left.
You don't understand. He has been such the fucking static Nazi.
It's all good.
The fact that he came in.
Come on, he's trying to improve the quality of your
Yeah, Rob.
I know, babe. I know.
Yes,
Oh
City
my God.
Luminik, you better stop or bomb the video.
You're gonna get an acid bomb in the mail if you don't get your shit together.
It is epic having all 5 of us here. I love it.
I know.
I love that Bomb was able to come in last minute like this.
Ooga.
Ooga. Ah!
I was just walking the dog and all this stuff, you know.
I know. Xavier just found out that you had a schnauzer, so...
Schnauzer's
Oh
roll.
yeah, she's sitting right
Big
next to me.
schnauzer guy,
She's
yeah.
2 years old next month, so
Nice.
she's just a little baby. And I'll get a picture of her for later. So
Xavier used to have a
awesome.
giant schnauzer who was
2.
gorgeous.
I've had 2 giants.
2.
oh, they're the best.
They are.
Which we talk about the podcast one?
Yeah. So basically,
Yeah,
he was just
it-
trying to justify his time off by saying that podcasts don't give nearly anything that he
This is what
offers.
you're relegated
That's
to when
comical.
I'm off.
Right.
And it's out of touch, senile take, jaundiced, awful take on podcasts that Robin claims are only 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
It's but it's more than that. It's the negativity he got,
Isn't
and
that
I'm
the law?
sure
It can only
he
be
had a
15
talking
minutes?
to from Sirius about cancellations and
Bon is all
Just-
business tonight.
I wonder if you can hear my sound effects. Can you hear this?
Yes.
Yes.
Low,
I can
but
do
yes.
drops now. Hear this?
Yeah, we were talking about that. I got a whole pages
Yeah.
of drop ideas, and I could send
I can
you
do them
if you
like-
want to.
Dear
I've got all this stuff. Listen. I fully can hit them like Fred. They're just buttons, see? I can make jokes and now have laughter, and I've got crickets.
Okay, well,
All
let's
right.
go
And I can
to.
load. The point is, I can load in anything I want. So, classic sizzle chest is coming. I'm just gonna drop that.
Bon, I'm
fucker
gonna send you
all
some
the time.
drops, okay?
Yeah, I know. I'm sure
I
you
have
will.
I
I'd
have
love them.
pages of idea. I'm constantly thinking of
Pages.
just pages and pages, right? Just
Do
Pages.
you have
Pages.
pages?
notebook full of
I'd
ideas.
love to see you
No,
work
send
that,
it to
man.
Yeah.
Like a Unabomber, I'm sure.
I do not, Sinlu.
I have a 21 Jump Street. I have a 21
I have a
Jump
whole
Street clip.
OnlyFans
Of
thing.
Wow. Wow.
Bon, do a terrible dad joke and hit them with the left button.
Try to think of one. I should know them.
Dorian, I wish we were, but because
Yeah,
of
same
the
here.
fentanyl issue going on,
Yeah.
there's not a shot in hell of that happening right now. All right, Bon.
I'm sorry. Our mercury's low, Dorian. That's
Mercury's low.
a mercury counts.
Yeah, Bon Jovial, page 3 in orange.
I'm,
Daniel Grote,
Lovely.
page 3.
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
Barbara.
right now, I've got to go back to Chrome, so I'm not going to talk because it's going to be all choppy. So I'm just going to queue up these clips. So just talk to me. I'm not going to talk about
Bon
it.
had
It'll
a
distort,
few
okay?
Fosters. It's early for him, sweetheart.
No,
This is.
it's midday.
11:23 a.m.
Oh,
man.
well, okay. That's
Sun's
a
about
little...
the yardstick. You can start drinking.
Is there a wise?
There you go. Nice one. That was for Dennis. So I've got to go back into Chrome. I'm not going to talk. all right?
Alfie, it's
I
not
just
you.
wanna play
Everybody
these
is
clips
lost.
for
We have
you.
no idea what's
The
going
whole
on.
thing's
I know,
lost at
it's
this point.
crazy.
Yeah.
I'll be back in a sec. 'cause-
You know,
Let's
we're a
get down
classic
here.
shit show.
There we go.
But you know what I love about our show? I love the fact he just left.
gone.
I
He's gone.
love the fact that we do a show where we don't really give a shit.
Oh, this reminds me. Like he made a comment today that what am I supposed to do? Just go on? Well, remember when he was on K Rock? That was one of the selling points. They did that whole ISDN
pop
shit.
in.
Yeah, that we're gonna do last second shows. And
That
blah,
was
blah,
the
blah.
promise at Sirius. Yeah, that was the
Exactly.
original
Absolutely.
promise at Sirius.
Exactly.
We're
And
gonna
so
pop
today-
on when we have random
Exactly.
ideas. We're gonna shoot the shit on current
Exactly.
events.
Did you
And
hear
then-
him today, though?
That's
Did you
Today he
hear?
06.
said, yeah.
Did
That's
you hear?
15 years ago.
I had it right here.
Well, did you hear him
Exactly.
today when he said that because he's directing Beth's Instagram channel that he wishes that Sirius
Yes.
would do what Beth does on her Instagram so that he can come on anytime he wants to and just stream whenever he feels like it. Oh, Johnny.
Asshole.
He is such an asshole. First of all, he could if he wanted to. He wasn't lazy. But second of all, he doesn't understand social media. Like live streaming, he has no concept of what that really is. He didn't understand what Beefus was doing was live streaming. He thought it was like popping in and doing a broadcast.
Yes,
It's
and so
literally-
he
Go
said
to the penny arcade and watch this later.
he doesn't understand why Sirius doesn't do something like that and doesn't
What an
realize that
asshole.
every single social media platform
9-year-old kids are doing this shit.
Yes,
These guys don't
exactly.
get it.
And he
Jesus
doesn't
Christ, 9-year-old
understand.
kids are doing this.
yes, and he doesn't understand that that's
Robin, how
something
does
that
this
everybody does.
TikTok work? What is this?
Yeah, let me give you
What an
another
asshole.
comment from Reddit. I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt during this hiatus and thought he was going to come back refreshed and rejuvenated. That went out the window within 10 minutes today. If this is the best show they could put together after having all summer off, then this show is dead in the water. Howard
When
and the
wasn't it?
entire show and staff should be embarrassed and disgusted at the product that they're putting on air. The dingo ate Bond's clips.
You guys are dicks.
Did anyone catch? Xavier had 2 MTV VJ references in the same show. I heard a
Alan
Mark
Hunter.
Goodman, and what was the first one? Was it Martha Quinn?
Nina Blackwood. Duh.
Nina Blackwood, even better. Very nice.
He's so fucking retro. Bon, what's going on?
Donda.
Rest in peace, JJ.
That's the original. That's right, JJ.
Bon?
Just trying to get this to work, and it's
No, Melvin.
Bon, try this one out. Why do Melons have weddings? Because they can't elope.
Leno,
He
over
ruined
John.
it for me, like
Oh!
even like
Wait,
newspaper.
wait.
Oh, hey now.
finally.
Bon?
Sorry, John. I was just pressing so.
Go ahead.
many
No, I'm
buttons.
done. That's all right.
No, it's good.
Sorry.
Do your thing, man.
Okay, so this is Howard talking about podcasts, John. That's finally got it.
Even like newspapers like the New York Post wrote critical articles that I took the summer off, and I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. I'm an old dude. What do you mean, man? I've done 40 plus years of yeoman service, and now I'm getting my
Well, you
ass
could look
whipped.
at it another way. They think you're so robust and healthy and vibrant that you should be working.
I can barely function at this point. I can't
fuck
even
does
see
that
the
even mean?
equipment. My eyes are
I don't know.
fucked up. I got health issues. I mean, all my fans were
You can't think of
blasting me. I'm a sucking fuckhead because I took some time off. You guys suck.
Well, you know, they're treating you like these people who won't go back to work because they have government benefits.
Seriously, what the fuck does that mean? So she's trying to compare a man who makes $90 million a year with people that are making $300 extra a fucking week. And she's
Maybe.
trying to say that people are comparing him. No, they're not, Robin.
No.
They're not fucking comparing him to that. All they're doing basically is comparing him to a pay service like Hulu or Disney or fucking HBO Max, which basically costs the same fucking amount. And what you expect from the amount that you pay on a monthly basis is for somebody to fucking show up. And the fact
why
that you
would-
don't fucking show up for 2 months means that you
Yep.
don't fucking care.
You
End
know,
of
my
story.
yeah, my Google Music doesn't take the summer off. I use it.
No! That's what I said. Disney, if Disney
exactly.
Plus decided to only work Monday through fucking Wednesday and say, you know what? No fucking Little Mermaid for you. Thursday through fucking Sunday. Go fuck yourself.
Like us just doing 3 days a week for 3-4 hours a day is 10 times more than any of them do.
Oh, today he only did 3 hours and 15 fucking minutes.
Yep,
So the fact that he would say 3 to 4 hours a day is a crock of fucking shit. Thank you, Shane, so much for contributing to us.
Wow.
I think really you guys can survive beyond Howard. Just find something else with a disgruntled fan base and trash it. Shane, we are all for that. Just find us that disgruntled fan base, and we will be in that. By the way, Xavier and I will also be doing another creepy show this weekend, and it's gonna. Right, I think it's gonna be really fucking super creepy.
There you go.
That's creepy.
I think it's gonna be super creepy, and it'll be a little bit different from last week's show. Streaming Pelican Plus.
Gotta
Okay,
say,
Bon, I'm sorry.
I love how you
Wow.
I love how Mon transitions from. He only did 3 fucking hours. Thank you, Shane, for that. super chat.
Listen,
sit
you know what?
there
If somebody gives us money, we have to like
I know, I love
Stop
it.
and say hi.
Perfect
put it up.
transition.
Stop and say
Beautiful.
hi. That's it. Just stop and say hi. All right, go ahead. I'm
It's
sorry.
like,
I'm sorry.
Crazy Alice. It's like
Exactly.
Crazy Alice. Fuck you, Artie.
Oh,
Hyde.
that's a
You guys
beautiful
who play
borderline
tons of
personality.
records and just sit there.
Sorry.
You babysit the radio station. We do tons more. Fuck
Well,
you
a
all.
podcast, they'll tell you you don't want to go over 15 minutes. That's how bad they are.
Yeah, yeah. If you go over 15 minutes, people realize how bad you are. That you're boring. But I get attacked for taking the summer. Kids take off the summer. Nobody attacks them.
Look at his
Everybody
You're
on
not getting
television
paid
takes
$90
off
million,
the summer.
kids.
doors. Zors writes, I don't know if it's Azors, the same one, in the actual mockery thread. Podcasters don't have a staff of 50 plus people writing them questions and bits and handing them jokes. I don't even know why he's going there. It really is a terrible thing to even vigorous.
And school children don't have long-term contracts to have to actually produce content every year.
Exactly. Hey, Renaissance
don't you get it? He's
love
a victim.
your new
He's
avatar.
doing you a favor. He's doing this for free, guys. He's a victim. He's doing you a favor.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
He's very interested in entertaining us.
Yes. Has been 2020 says, I'm a little late tuning in, but didn't Stern say he had to take 2 months off because of mental health issues? So much for years of therapy. Yeah, that was just a bullshit fucking excuse.
What is he so stressed over?
He even said he had panicky attacks. I swear to God, that's the actual word he used.
He's just
Panicky.
jealous. He's just jealous of everybody else that gets to take off in the summer and he doesn't. That's all.
It's not only that, Monique. It's he wants what everybody has. It doesn't matter if there's somebody who has a money for nothing fucking type it. I think it all started with Oprah when he got to Sirius and you realize, oh my God, I could put my name on a channel and make this crazy money. I want that. I want to be Eminem's channel. I want the Oprah deal. I want the Martha Stewart deal. I want to do as little live content as possible and get the most money. And this is classic Sizzle Chest.
And he told Consuela to bring him a Perrier.
And this is classic Sizzle Chest. I don't know where I live is the next in the order of the show.
Yes.
The Ronnie one's the last.
Okay, so let me cue this up. So Howard, and I actually posted this on Twitter today because I was fascinated by it. So he goes into a conversation. Well, first he starts talking about his Instagram shot of Beth's ass. And after that, he was talking about how he's very into his watercolors and he likes to take photographs while he's out in the Hamptons, but he doesn't know how to get to the places where he wants to take the photographs. So he hires somebody to cart him around, and that is the exact quote, to cart him around, because he doesn't know where he's going. And Robin says to him, well, what about your, Apple Maps or GPS or whatever? He's like, it's a whole thing. Then I have to figure out how to park the car and get my photography equipment out. So apparently Allie Wentworth, the gigantic fucking kiss-ass wife of what's his name, Snuffleupagus, right, who's a total kiss-ass to Beth, says to him, I'll take you around. I know the places to go. I'll take you where you need to go in order to see the thing. And he's like, I don't want to get in a car with you because you might have COVID, even though you've been vaccinated and your husband's been vaccinated and all your fucking kids have been vaccinated. And right, she was sick with COVID. You're exactly right. And he says, I'm not getting in a car with you because I don't know where you've been and I don't know what you might have. So, Howard
get the lens cap off the camera?
Yes, Howard Hughes the Veal decided not to go with
laughs at him.
Yeah, so this is his discussion about that. I that might have been a long cue, but I'm sorry, Bon. Go ahead.
It's okay.
No, it's good.
And I don't know where I live, really, aside from how to get to my house from within a block of it. In order to do this, I have to employ people to cart me around and take me to spots near my house that might be of interest. Because near where I live, there's a whole bunch of old barns and interesting water and rocks. And I like to do landscape. And there's evidently near me very, very interesting, beautiful
apparently near him.
Scenarios where I could paint.
Scenarios?
But I don't know how to get to them.
And get back.
How does he know they're there if he doesn't know how to get
I could probably
them?
get to them, but I know you're saying, why don't you use GPS and what? I don't know. I just get lost everywhere I go, and then I'd have to find a place to park the car and take pictures. And
it's a whole thing, Robin.
I don't know how to do all that. I'm just a mess.
I don't know how to park my car.
So every day I'd wake up and I go, I'd get out. Maybe I'll get out at sunrise and take pictures. And as far as I get is my backyard.
That's a huge backyard, though, isn't it, John?
Wow.
Dennis?
It is.
It's like an acre.
Yeah, but the reality is all his pictures are of his fucking backyard. Same thing in Palm Beach. All his pictures are the one by the door and the one on the flagstone
You're not going to get too much.
path.
You're not going to get the interesting stuff. You're going to get...
And then Beth laying on the fucking marble without a towel or anything, to show us that she's...
Loves that he has the power to avoid all those basic...
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let me
1%
have a
of it.
quote. As I said earlier, everybody takes off. Olympic stars, radio people, but all they do is say, "I do it for my mental health." I did it for my mental health too. So fuck you. That's what Howard said to us. I've had it. Everyone thinks I'm supposed to never have time off. I'm still doing plenty of shows and giving you value.
No.
Right, Robin?
No.
Then
That's exactly
You
what
quit.
he said to
Lest
me.
I remind everybody, I was just listening to a clip the other day of an old Hamptons thing where he was renting, and he had the old crew, and it was like, it was good summer stories. It was really good summer story. He'd come back, and Stuttering John found like Rogaine shampoo, which I've got to show you this clip in Howard's personal shower. But lest I remind everybody, he's been in the Hamptons now for 20 years. So this is 20 years of ignorance, not having to learn your surroundings, not knowing where things are in
It's a
streets.
bullshit
Babe,
excuse.
you
This
knew
is-
his surroundings in your fucking car or on your bicycle. Like you
I
knew
know.
his.
I know.
Don't
I know.
buy
Think
the
about that.
bullshit.
I go
Don't
out
buy
there
the
twice a
bullshit.
year, and I got to going through this labyrinth of trapdoors and alligator pits, and he's been there for 20 years. That's how much. And time goes very fast in this shit show of a community we're in. So that's a long time. I mean, I can't believe it's been that, but he doesn't know.
He does know.
He loves to not know. We all know he loves to not know, but this is a whole other level.
More to this. Here we go.
So we know
Did
Allie
you ever
Wentworth.
actually try to put together one of these excursions, or did you
Yeah.
just because you would talk yourself out of it every time I talked to you?
Well, I know Allie Wentworth, who's a friend of mine, and she actually is the nicest person I've ever met. And she knew that I wanted to take pictures, so she went around and took a bunch of photographs of various locations near me and said to me, look what I found. If you want, let's go together and take some pictures. I know all the locations. But then I said, well, I can't be in a car with her. She could have COVID. She said she'd get tested, but she could go home from the test and get COVID.
You're such a dick.
I know
It's
those tests.
such
It
a
takes how
bunch
many
of
days
shit
to get them
bullshit.
back? It's not
By the
like
time you get them back,
immediately.
the person who's giving you the COVID test could have COVID.
Wrong, Robin.
That's right, and then
Wrong
you get it
fucking
after
Robin.
they've tested you.
Christ.
When's the last time you were tested? You would know that tests are basically instantaneous at this point.
I
You
guarantee you've
stupid
never been tested.
fuck. Oh, God, I
I
hate her.
guarantee they've never been tested.
Maybe they
You
can't
come
find a
out with
kid
your
took long
negative
enough to broke
test and
his
you've got
nose.
COVID.
So she sent me all these beautiful pictures of old barns and all these locations. And I'm like, oh, I wish I could go there and take some pictures, but I don't know how to get there. I don't know where they are. She was going to map out a whole itinerary for me. We were going to go take pictures because she loves taking pictures. And
You couldn't
I never
actually
did.
use her pictures, though.
no, I wouldn't do that. I like to take my own. And
Huh?
What an asshole.
I don't know where I live, really, aside from how to get to like my house from within a block of it.
It was 3.5 hours more of that, about the same. It was fucking torturous.
Oh yeah, the energy's not going to get higher. It's
Where's
not
my
going to get much
house?
up. That's it.
This is a
That's the show.
fucking 18,000 square foot house. Pretty sure you can fucking find that on a goddamn map, you idiot.
Oh shit! On Google Maps, when you do the fucking actual thing, I mean that thing sticks out like a sore thumb. It's literally like Finding Versailles. I mean, it is crazy.
Exactly. What, David?
Literally have cars that drive themselves. They literally have cars that drive themselves. He doesn't even need to know where he lives.
What happened today was it seemed like the bit with Ronnie was very pre-recorded because he was talking to Ronnie about building this house that was supposed to be done by the end of August. And, bearing the fact that today is September 7th and he knows that he's not coming back until September, it was very curious to hear him say what he did. And so this is actually from the I literally just taped this on my phone, so pardon us for the
On the ceiling. Hey, the toilet's on the ceiling. How do you expect us to use them? The lights are on the floor. Everything's in reverse. Dude, are they going to be done in August? Or what are you going to do?
Well, wait a minute. What is this thing about somebody seeing into your bedroom? You're not going to use curtains or anything?
past tense. Just note that past tense.
thing that's spliced into the show. So now every time Ronnie's on, we're going to assume it's pre-recorded banter somewhere
Probably is.
Because
on a session that probably their engineers are recording for them,
John,
and then they're going to
you
cue it up and they're going to try to blend it into the show and make it look like it's some seamless transition. There's
Howard
no
just
way
gonna
this show,
call
from what
him?
it's done, especially in the last fight, crutching on Ronnie's personal life to take care of Howard's, so Howard can't talk about the fabulous New Year's Eve party he went to Steve Martin's, which Amy Schumer had to remind him of that he went to because he's not allowed. He's under some celebrity gag order. Ronnie is carrying the ball for him. They can't. They don't care if it's pre-recorded. They have to crutch on Ronnie's personal life. And somebody in the chat had mentioned they feel that JD. How do you not? The other guy he crutches on, it's the JD and Ronnie show. So how does JD not come up in any way, shape, or form? So there might be some validity to that separation.
I'm going to dig into that. Yeah, I'm going to dig into that a little bit tomorrow.
there was another interesting thing that happened. There was two fake callers toward the end of the show. It was quite fascinating. And you can tell they're fake because they stayed on forever. No matter what they did or said, they just stayed the fuck on.
Yeah, that one guy
speech
sounded a
impediment.
little bit retarded.
Yeah, that was the
slow speech impediment.
Markle's Mankind guy with his fucking fake Twitter account that
Right.
does stern shit. Because I went and looked at
I
his
went
fake
there
Twitter
too,
account.
and it was private.
Yeah, I asked to join, but of course I'm probably not going to.
Yeah, of course not.
He's not going to let me be friends with him.
Why would we?
Oh,
Why
just- I won't
would
be able to-
we be?
I just wanted to see
I know,
this
no,
genius
I
content. The genius content this guy has. Immediately after that was Brian from Buckwald, New York, who started talking about the Netflix cooking show.
Oh,
Right.
who gives a shit about that?
Exactly. It's like only Howard would care about that.
But you know, the funny thing about it is that a Paris Hilton,
24.
right? But a Paris Hilton cooking show is exactly like a Paris Hilton on any other show.
Correct.
Like
Right.
she doesn't know what a fucking spoon is. She doesn't know
fish
what a
out of
pan
water
is.
juxtaposition.
She's gonna just play the ditzy broad. Here's a comment. Oh boy, Howard promised to start tomorrow's show with his comments on everyone who died over the summer. Since his recent eulogies have been such home runs, he turned Alex Trebek into some stupid fake story about his time at camp and smelling some older guy's finger who had just been with a girl. Also, why bother? He believes everyone died of COVID, whether reported in the news or not. He's still convinced Regis even died of fucking COVID.
We've got the final clip, Ronnie Bubba blow off.
Basically, Ronnie moved to Vegas and then came back to New York because he was like meeting up with some of his friends and doing like a kind of, fond farewell to his life in New York. And he called Howard and said, hey, Howard, do you want to get together before I leave? So he calls him to say, let's get together. And Howard basically says, no, you might have fucking COVID.
So anyway, as the day got closer, I said to my wife, she goes, Ronnie's coming over? She goes, you haven't seen anyone. You're afraid of COVID? I go, I know. And Ronnie's running around at weddings and who knows what he's doing in Vegas. He's getting
He's
on
on planes. He's everywhere.
Yeah, I don't want to get COVID from Ronnie. And if I'm going to see somebody, they can get COVID, it'd be my kids and all that, and then I do. But,
I saw a nice picture of you and Jimmy together.
yeah, guess
Oh,
what
sure.
Jimmy did? Jimmy came to my house and stayed here, and we all got
But that's
tested.
okay.
Okay.
I called Ronnie. I said, Ronnie, listen, man, I'm not seeing anybody.
Oh, you didn't see him. You,
No.
He's
He
not
did
famous.
I'm not
did.
seeing
I did.
anyone, but
And
of course I saw Jimmy because I'm a fucking star fucking fuckface.
It
Oh,
gets
I
worse.
hate him so much in this fucking clip. It just drives
yeah.
me crazy.
Now you know why I turned it off?
It gets worse.
Yes. That's a
I
great
got
fucking
drops.
clip.
I've got a great one. I'll just crowbar this in. This is I've made an upcoming for people who wanted the JD show. I've remade that, and that's coming soon on YouTube. But in that, JD's talking about how he'd like to become a director one day, and this is Monique's reaction. So this starts with JD, just the tail end of him saying maybe being a director, and listen to Monique's demonic. This laugh is one of your absolute classics. I love this.
Being a director, but we'll see. Being a director, but we'll see.
I, I guess it didn't. It kind of bombed that bit, but I thought it was. I just think it's incredibly funny. Back to sorry for crowbarring.
It's okay, Marianne.
I know.
I like that. I like that. That'll definitely sound good spontaneously.
I told him I'll see him. We'll see him after this pandemic's over in 10 years. He's still
He'll
around.
be dead in 10 years.
We're both still around.
Made all arrangements and everything, and then ditched me. That's okay.
Oh, you weren't here for me anyway.
Yeah. No, that Monday was planned for you, and you know it. We planned it weeks ago.
Oh, please.
I can't believe you didn't go through with it.
I didn't. And it wasn't because I don't want to see. I would have liked to see Ronnie. I really don't want to get COVID though from Ronnie.
Bullshit.
And he's a little loose, if you know what I mean.
If it was George Clooney.
Well, he was here to socialize.
Yeah.
Can you pause this
He was
for a
here at
second?
all the weddings. Did you wear a mask?
That's exactly right, Dennis. That's a perfect
Jimmy
name.
Kimmel literally has shown himself on video with every fucking star fucking fuckface in Los Angeles that he could get together with. Every single one of them. Everyone did his show. Everyone came on live. He had like a semblance of a live audience. But okay. But that's, you do you, Howard. You think that him and his wife and his fucking kids coming to your house and getting tested for COVID, what, a day before, 2 days before, is enough fucking notice for you. But for Ronnie, not so much.
I think he's lying. I think he's even lying about that. I don't think that there was any of that actually happened. It's all a fucking lie.
There's no fucking
Kimmel
way
came right over.
When Ronnie calls that he picks up that fucking phone call.
Yeah.
What?
No.
How would you
when Ronnie calls, it probably says scam likely on Howard's phone. So the fact that
Sends a
you didn't think
voicemail.
for 1 second that Howard actually picked up the phone when Ronnie called, I think it's hysterical.
Rooster Sideburns. Wait, we gotta address that. No Rooster Sideburns. Ronnie thinks that Howard actually thinks that he's like a bro of his. He honestly thinks that Howard actually has some give a shit about him because he's been with him for 30-something years.
Like Artie, I'm not your bro.
Yep.
I'm not your fucking bro.
Not your bro. And he found that out. And that's why he sounds so dejected. Literally, that's real dejection.
Yeah, it's like the secretary who thinks that they are like best friends with the fucking CEO of the company.
Yep.
And then she leaves and nobody gives a fuck about where she goes.
This is even worse though, because this is like if Xavier visited you, Monique, and set up this whole powwow 2 weeks ago, got in touch with 10 people, organized a whole get together, and then you blew it off. As he got there, you blew it off.
I'd be
Who
so
says that hasn't happened?
Exactly. I'd be so fucking angry with him. Not even funny. It would almost be like if Xavier said to me, you know what, I'm going to FedEx you a drone, and then just never fucking did it. I'd be really upset with him.
It'd be like, if you're going to plan...
That would be...
If you're plan to go meet someplace in Florida, and then, all of a sudden... Oh, my God.
Oh, you just shut up, Dennis. I have met up with you more times than anybody else that we are talking to on this fucking, than any of the other fucking boxes on this fucking. What do you got next, Bon?
We're still going with this. Here we go.
Just in the beginning.
Let it go.
And then you took it off. What's the point?
Like the COVID only comes at the beginning.
Ronnie looked around. He's got those X-ray specs, and he could tell there was no COVID in the room. So he took off his
COVID comes
mask.
to the first part of the wedding, when people are just having cocktails, and then it leaves, so you can take your mask off after that.
There we go.
College professor's going to bed with his wife. He's not that tired. She just stay awake and read while she goes to sleep. She's reading. Every once in a while, he reaches over and tickles her on the fun spot, like, Will you stop that? Will you stop reaching over here and teasing me like that? He says, I'm not teasing you. He says, I'm wetting my fingers so I can turn the page.
He starts laughing. He turns red.
Seems like they understood it.
Yeah, they're drunk.
I saw you on Star Search. Nobody understood it.
College professor says! College professor!
That one starts out at such a...
College professor turns the page. I'm going to wet my fingers and turn the page.
Where do you move from there with all that?
Oh.
College professor turns the page. Screaming your ass.
Yeah, yelling. What's he yelling about?
College professor!
What? Yeah, maybe the mic is broken.
Microphones are no good. I just like to
I gotta talk to the last guy in the audience.
That's what they always tell me.
God, Professor, I'm gonna whip my fingers so I can do the board.
That's what I hear.
Oh.
I don't know what's going on in that room.
Okay, time out.
Too many bongs.
Time out. I have no idea where we're going with this, but
We just went down a really weird path. So the other day he started. Wait, it was so funny that he started today. He started with his quote unquote obituary because he's a moron, and it was about Charlie Watts, of course, because it's Rolling Stone star.
Well, tomorrow we'll have more.
But he never got to it, and he played the worst Rolling song.
Ever. I've never even heard it before.
2,000 light years from home.
Yeah.
I've never heard the song
Never
in my
heard
life.
it before in my life.
Terrible.
Absolutely.
And then he got sidetracked because he started to think about Mick Jagger and how thin he was.
It's like Bat Dance. It's like I never heard this fucking song in my life, and it's the worst thing I ever fucking heard. And the fact that he's gonna have Miley Cyrus and wait, how did you say it? Hannah Montana. With the America's version of Nickelback on Thursday.
And Elton John.
Oh, right.
I swear to God, Elton John's part of that
Well,
mix.
something we missed as a little bon mot at the end of the show today, and I was listening to it. I listened to the whole fucking show, which was really torture. It took me until 5:30 to finally finish it.
I was done at 10:30.
Did you hear Robin, entitled black woman from the South, say, "Oh, did you know? Did you know that we can no longer use the word master bedroom?"
Yes.
And Howard's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" You know. And she's like, "Master bedroom is no longer allowed to be used because master dictates that you were the master of a slave house. So now it's known as the principal bedroom and no longer the master." And I'm like, what the fuck is she talking about? So she comes out with these non sequiturs that mean nothing whatsoever.
Actually, that was the follow-up to her saying, "When did meat become protein?"
Jesus Christ! Because Howard said he was going to leave now and he was going to have like some salad with protein. I was like, when did meat become protein? I don't understand where this comes from.
Asshole. Did she write a book about fucking eating?
Yes, she did.
She doesn't know fucking meat is protein?
Exactly.
What's
Everybody knows meat is fucking
next?
protein.
I'm going to go on YouPorn and I'm going to principal bait.
Oh no!
I'm gonna beat my protein.
Exactly. Best Jackie joke ever. A Polish guy bought a toilet brush. A few days later, he switched back to paper. Okay, I have a really stupid joke I want to tell because I just heard this morning. 2 German shepherds are sitting in the veterinarian's waiting room, so they're chatting. "What are you here for?" asked the first. The second dog replies, "Do you see that human at the end of my lead? He got out of the shower this morning and had this huge thing sticking up between his legs. I thought it was a bone, so I jumped on it and sunk my teeth into it. I think I'm getting put down." First dog says, "Woof! See that human at the end of my lead? Well, she got out of the shower this morning and dropped her towel. As she bent over to pick it up, I thought to myself, I can't miss this opportunity, and I mounted her." Second dog said, "So you're getting put down too?" He said, "No, I'm here to get my nails clipped."
Wow.
Someone's been spending time in Jokeland in Bayville.
Yeah. That is absolutely.
You dopey
You need
bastard!
that laugh at the end of that.
Laugh, you bastard, laugh.
Better delivery than DoorDash, Monique. There's a comment in the chat. I could get a little pushback on something. Maybe you guys could comment on this. Reels Hornpa. Reels.
What?
Hornpa.
What?
His name is Reels Hornpa.
What?
I don't know if I'm mispronouncing the pun of it all, but you're right.
Where are we? Is this on our?
I'm just a little.
Is this
up.
on our site? Is this on our chat?
Yeah, no,
Where
it's
are
in
we?
the chat. It's in the chat. It's a little up. Don't worry about it. I'll read it.
Real,
right, in Howard's
real Sumpa?
Let him read.
Yeah.
Let him read.
Real Zumba. That's it. Yes.
Let him read.
In Howard's original contract with Sirius, it was stated that the show had to be live. Why would Sirius remove this clause? Pre-recording stuff means more work for Howard. Now, could this an entire show clips? I mean, he plays pre-recorded shit all the time. Why would that matter if they pre-recorded it pretending it was real?
Well, they're showing
Like
the air.
his contract says the whole thing's got to be live.
The whole thing has to be live. Well, doesn't he play like?
That's all he does is play clips.
Yeah, but didn't he
argue with
Tradio? The same argument
yes.
would have been.
Why is Tradio exactly? Why is Tradio okay? But
clearly they allow him to slide with pre-recorded stuff.
Piece of Monique is actually looking for that German Shepherd.
So
yeah, clearly Bunny doesn't want me. So yeah, there's that.
Duh.
Duh. Yeah.
We've
so somebody actually
pre-recorded.
looked it up, and that is true. That people, yeah. Oh my God, I just looked that up, and it's true. People are trying to force us to stop using master bedroom. Are you fucking kidding me? Is that like really a
we've
thing?
lost our minds.
But come on, that's
We've lost our.
who's gonna really take that shit serious?
So I had something I really wanted to share with you guys. Okay, wait. I wanted to give you the only
Is it COVID?
the only positive thing on the Reddit, which is of course
and
is
then I
classic for Reddit, right?
And I have something
Yes.
that's very
Okay.
poignant.
Okay, if you truly do not like Howard Stern and his show in its current state, your best bet is to just turn it off. Leave the Reddit thread and find something that you actually like. The very fact that you have to comment on how much you don't like the show proves my original point. Find joy in your day instead of just griping about Howard. It's like, fuck you! Our whole point is to gripe about Howard. Our whole point is to be able to do this.
he built his career on.
Is the username the badass?
Exactly. Exactly.
That might be a staff member.
Yeah, that might be a staff
Give me
Oh,
member.
more likely.
We are
What
a
do you got?
consumer advocacy service. We will not stop. We will call him
So-
out on all his bullshit. The
Yeah.
marble heist. He's not getting a pass. We're not leaving him alone. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. All right, what do you got
So,
first then?
so the laundry room, who's very poignant when he comes into the thread, he posted this at 12:44 today. So I completely forgot that the show was on today. I was listening to it now. Jesus tap dancing Christ. They had 2 months to work on the show, and it's horrific. I didn't know that the show was back on, and I would have thought it was a rerun. Mass COVID Trump. Is Howard aware that it's 2021? He's out of touch about pretty much everything. I wish I had more to say, but what is left to say? Nothing.
Nothing.
The show is so devoid of content that I can't even mock it. I would literally rather listen to a podcast about paint drying than the Howard Stern show. Enough with the gay sex shtick too. It's not funny, it's not interesting, it's gross, and I don't want to hear about it first thing in the morning. Also, the show is clearly being pre-recorded. The show is an audio prostate exam.
There you go.
Yeah.
That puts an exclamation point on the whole thing.
Katie Aldana, you were
Dennis,
so
you
right.
have-
There are nearly
it's-
180 people watching right now. Hating Howard brings us all together. It's actually at 192
Yes.
between
Holy
Twitch and
Christ!
here.
Woohoo!
Oh wait, we're
Taco
live.
Tuesday's coming back.
Oh
But
my God,
it's-
Sonic
isn't it-
Optics, thank you so much. I'm convinced that Howard Stern Show is a live-action, adult-themed puppet show created by Fred Morris. It was a spin-off of the Muppets. Robin was based on Miss Piggy. Now there's others that are actually based on Miss Piggy. That's why Howard looks so strange. You're so fucking right, Sonic Optics, and thank you so much for contributing to us.
waka.
Waka 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 waka.
Is it not a toxic combination of a man with zero life experience, like with new life experiences that he cannot,
None.
and even the ones that he does have are so celebrity laced with a gag order on it that he's not allowed to share those too. So what you have is nothing, a show about nothing. He's gonna lie and deflect onto this hideous stuff. How could you do a radio show when you have no new life experiences?
He doesn't
what are
have
we-
any
what are
life
we doing?
experiences. We all decided that
so-
he's a veal in a fucking, 9-chimneyed fucking cage. And, we were talking about it the other day, Xavier and I, and it's like, okay, so he's on vacation. He's still on fucking vacation because all he has to do is roll himself downstairs to be on the fucking show. And don't forget that he probably went back and forth to Florida probably like 2 or 3 times.
Oh, easily.
During
At least
this time
more than
period
that.
as well.
Yep.
Because, anorexic Bethorexic had to fucking take pictures on the flagstones and the stairs because he's so creatively bankrupt that all pictures that he takes are in the exact same fucking spots because he
Right.
has no stretch of imagination to do anything more than what he has done for the last, 10 years.
Well, let's even put it a little further. His granddaughter is going to be a year old pretty soon, right? I mean,
Yeah.
coming up on that. And think about that for a second. This is how devoid he is of being a human. I mean, seriously, literally. Because Mick Jagger talks about he has great-grandchildren. I mean, seriously. And this guy
because
is
most
such
people are happy that they have like
Exactly.
children who beget
Except
It's
children.
crazy. No, it's crazy.
It's
It's
insane.
crazy.
It's
Come back.
sociopathic.
If ever there was a time you'd get a granddaughter drop, it would be today. You're never going to hear about it now.
No,
Nope.
No,
never.
never. All right. Do we have any other things, Bon, or I think we're done?
No, that's everything.
Oh, that's
He's
all
in
we
the
have?
future, so he knows.
Just I wonder how much sand is in Beth's vagina at this point with all this fucking.
You had to go there. I
Yeah.
love
Did
it.
you really have to go there?
I mean, Jesus fuck. Every fucking picture is the same on a fucking dune, on sand.
It's the same walkway. It's the same
must-
wooden
exact
fucking
same-
walkway to the beach.
I wonder if they use canned air. So
Canned air. Actually, it just tucks. It tucks really well.
Yeah, she's so proud of herself that she actually has that little spread between her fucking
the gap.
the gap,
The
the
gap.
thigh
The
gap.
gap.
Thigh gap,
Thigh
very
gap,
important.
there
Thigh
What
you
gap.
go.
else does she have to do, people?
Nothing.
What else does
Nothing.
she have to do? Stop
Nothing.
being impressed by a 50-year-old with a good body. This
She's
is
not
her
actually.
whole
She doesn't have that good of a body.
Well, but I'm saying she should. You have personal trainers and dietitians and personal chefs and all the time in the world and all the. Of course, you're gonna look good. You have no other function. Stop being impressed by celebrities that look good at their age, whether
do
it's
you-
Halle Berry or fucking Yoka Ostrowski.
How do you think those kids feel that donated their lunch money to the Beth Furry Friends?
I know.
Only for her to, like, the second that was done, it was like, peace out.
Yeah, bye.
Never mentioned again.
Well,
And
gotta
me-
sell.
have
Gotta
to
sell
be-
Helen Rose bags.
Yeah,
So,
I have
you
to
know.
be honest with you,
Oh,
and,
yeah,
and I know this sounds stupid and probably is a little bit dickish, but I think the girls might actually be with me on this. So I was doing a whole take on Howard, how I spent my summer vacation, and it was like a whole different show that we were going to do based on their inane and ridiculous fucking Instagram posts throughout the summer. So as I started to drain dragon side meat, so as I was going through her Instagram and I was looking, what was the name of the cat that they did the other thing about?
Rose? Oh, no, the other one?
Oh,
Dennis,
I'm blanking.
anybody on the thread? What was the name of the fucking other cat that she just made a T-shirt of? But it was like a cartoon version of the cat on a T-shirt from some
Whiskers?
chick on fucking
The
Etsy.
whiskers.
Sparrow. Thank you, Pibble Girl.
Sparrow, yeah.
Okay, so I started to do a deep dive into Sparrow. And
You're sick.
I know. And what's worse
Twisted.
about it is that I actually started to feel really bad about Sparrow.
No.
And I started to, and immediately I was like, all right, Sparrow is an ugly fucking cat, and she has these weird eyes and they're a little bit fucking big and crossed and whatever. And then when I heard the story of Sparrow, allegedly, I was like, motherfucker, I can't believe somebody would do this to poor fucking Sparrow.
And you believe it?
I
You believe
did.
it?
I mean, seriously,
Yeah.
this is the same person that gave us
I did.
Our love cured a cat's heart.
Sparrow. Poor
Remember-
Everybody got
Sparrow.
upset about
Remember,
that
Yoda
story.
walked on his back, his hind legs, and rounded up the kittens.
I felt
Exactly.
bad
It
for
said that.
Sparrow. What did you say,
Skipping with a
Bon?
plastic.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
You might have got upset about a fake story. So
No,
that's-
I don't
definitely
know
does.
that it was, but
Waste of
She
emotion.
did.
It's
I
fake.
started to
Come
feel
on.
bad for Sparrow, and I
on.
started to feel like, oh my god.
Bro, she takes pictures of herself taking a nap and then posts them saying that she's sleeping.
Right.
No,
mean-
she's meditating.
She's meditating.
Oh, is that what
Meditating.
that is? Is that what
Yeah,
that is?
meditating.
Yeah.
Dennis
okay.
is right,
Sure.
though. I mean, the Yoda story is the best. That's
Right,
like
Yoda
out of
story
this
is the
world,
cat-
isn't it?
Wasn't the cat had a few weeks to live?
Yes.
And then our love
Yeah,
cured him. And then she
Yes.
fucking paid someone to do a book about it.
Yes,
And you-
yes,
It's like
of
the
course.
Supernatural powers.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes,
Kitten.
love cured fucking Yoda.
Sad
the,
heart.
Yeah.
He had a
The
sad heart.
$2,000 fucking
well,
purebred
no-
cat.
My
Yeah.
Charles,
my wife
Go ahead, Dan.
my wife is a veterinarian, and I have heard her. She has diagnosed that this cat has a sad heart, It's a real diagnosis. It happens all the time. It's sad heart. It's such a bad thing.
Prescription? Beth's love.
Beth's love and kittens. And kittens.
Where was Beth's love when all those comedians died this weekend?
When their hearts exploded.
Yeah, obviously that's snorting fentanyl in LA. So there's that.
Where was Beth's love then? Huh?
Nice.
You know what? I think that Beth takes in these cats that clearly need eye surgery and all sorts of shit,
she pokes
so
them in
that
the
she
eye.
looks even more like
Oh, yeah,
Saint
absolutely.
Beth that she wants
Saint
to be. And Howard personally probably spends a shit ton of fucking money on those veterinary bills. He's mentioned it in the past, so I'm pretty positive she's not pulling in enough money in her fucking furry friends cancer research center.
It goes to boots and purses, so it's hard to pay for cat care.
She
She
literally
doesn't need that
has
for that.
Munchausen by proxy cat syndrome.
Bethhausen by proxy,
No,
absolutely.
Munchausen by Kitty.
By Kitty, yeah.
Bethhausen by Kitty.
Even better.
Yes, absolutely. Every fucking cat she
Like, no
has
joke, that's not even a
sort
joke.
of anomaly.
It's literally, she uses them as fucking props.
Yeah, it's like the foster
absolutely.
parents that only take in retarded kids. I don't really care
someone
what you
had to take
fucking
me
say. Exactly. And you were loved in Fed McDonald's, and it's all good.
Potato.
But yeah. Yeah, but it's really like foster parents who take in like the worst of the fucking of the
Yeah,
bunch.
you know what? Those people
Yeah.
are probably really good people. Beth is just a attention whore. Come
And by the
on.
way, I've done a little research on that as well. And so many of the times you see these pictures of people picking up cats. So there's some sort of curious thing where somebody must live in their apartment in Manhattan, because a lot of these pictures are done in the Manhattan lobby.
Yeah.
Because, and I can prove it if I showed you the fucking pictures of
Do
it.
you remember when she stole a cat from some dudes who lived down in Palm Beach and then flew it up to fucking New York? Remember that shit?
Yeah, we
She
do.
literally stole someone's cat.
I do believe Dennis actually applied for that cat.
Yeah.
I did,
I
and
remember
I did
that.
not
I
get
remember
it, that bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
That's 'cause
it's
you had
she
a
lives
dog,
in-
Dennis.
She lives on
It's not a
Billionaire's
dog.
Row, and there's like, it's a stray cat. No, it's
Yeah.
your neighbor's fucking cat.
Yeah.
Pibble Girl writes, don't forget, they lied about the other blind cat. Said someone stuck sticks in her eyes. Now, what's to stop them from lying about every single, like the kitty next to a fucking nuclear power plant, these mutanic Xavier Institute cats, where every cat's... I think, Dennis, you and Gat Girl said it's like mathematically impossible to have that many eye problems with cats or something, where it just
It
doesn't
is
add up.
not common. It is not that common.
Is
Seriously.
has
it, but
all
does
the
she
blind
just
cats
take
in the world.
those in though? Is that what she seeks out
they
though?
cherry pick.
Yeah.
They literally cherry pick and fly them in, so it can have it's George moment. Love him and hug him and squeeze him and call him George.
Well, she's got the wonk.
It's sick.
So
The
she
wonk.
relates to
Yeah.
Wonk.
that,
Yeah, I think that Beth. I don't think that Beth has been in the city either. I think that one of their assistants goes and takes care
Oh,
of
God,
and feeds
yes.
the cats. As a matter of fact, the
Cat
day I
lady,
went
kitty
to look
lady.
at the apartment there were 3 cat cages in the lobby while I was sitting there waiting for somebody to
God.
show me the fucking apartment. And so I think that they have help that have been roosting in the Manhattan apartment.
Roosting?
Yeah, basically, and taking care of fucking cats,
Without
and
a doubt, there's a kitty
and
liaison.
yeah, there's definitely a
Yeah.
cat lady that lives there, or
Absolutely. It makes no
Yeah.
sense because, like, you'll see on her Instagram, it's like Howard with all these cats, and then, like, 2 days later, they're in Florida. So what the fuck happened to
and
those
then
cats?
2 days later, there's a picture of them overlooking
Yeah,
Central
but so-
Park.
Yeah, those cats just smoking cigarettes, waiting for them to come back.
Exactly.
It makes no fucking sense. They can't even get their shit together.
Yeah,
It's
I-
it's
Color
like,
me-
we've-
color
and
me
she'll
ignorant
brag
to this whole world,
we've
but
fostered
how-
dozens of cats. Well, you're in like a totally different state now, so where do those cats go?
Where? Right.
It's
They-
like
they-
700. It
were-
now says it's
Yeah.
fostered like 700.
Yeah, exactly. Whether we return to the serious prop department, what the fuck?
Go, John. What were you gonna say?
Cindy Lou Who asked, I'm just curious. Color me ignorant to this whole world and
Ignorant.
write-offs and that whole.
Ignorant.
Colored.
To what extent are they allowed to write off? How far can they take a
As much
write-off?
as they
Like
can.
As much as they
A
can.
private
exactly.
jet to Palm Beach is it's
As
all.
much as they
Oh
can.
yeah.
With someone else's cat.
Yep.
As much as they
Absolutely.
can, babe.
That's
and we're
Kitty
just to assume
Express.
it's all a write-off. Yeah.
And by the way, the IRS is so fucked up and backlogged with shit right now that you
All day
could
long.
pretty much put in anything you wanted to, and the odds of you getting audited are slim and none. Like they don't even give a
Well
shit.
done.
Mo writes us off as dependents, just so you guys know.
I do,
See right there.
and my mother and her cat. Yeah,
Well,
not gonna
you know,
lie.
remember that where the kitten room is. The kitten room was supposed to be Ben and Ray's. Ben and Ray's.
Yeah, that's right. You were right.
Apartment, and that's like 2,000 square feet of space right there that they're writing off as a cat foster room.
Yeah, Rupert who knows says it's a non-profit, so there is no deduction.
Yes, but they're using it in their house, so they're letting their house be used for a nonprofit. So how can they not benefit from
Fixes
that?
in.
Are they Florida residents? Do we know what the
They
going on
can't
with
be. They can't be
income?
because he's not
He doesn't
there
stay-
enough.
Well, that's why he stayed so long.
We don't know.
Ago. He did stay a long time this year.
I don't know what the rules. I know that the rule is that
6
you need
months, isn't
to
it?
6 months. Yeah, I don't think he was there 6 months.
Cindy Lou goes, Monique puts us all down as dependents.
You know, didn't I mention that?
I
I used to take 10 dependents when I worked. I did. Not gonna lie, I took 10 fucking dependents. Yeah, fuck it. I'd rather have the money in my pocket.
Then Reacher with a mustache, and Reacher
Yeah.
with a hat. Two Reachers with a coat.
Wait. They went, wait, she's part Puerto Rican. It could be true.
I have kids I haven't even claimed at this point. God damn it!
Dorian Morgan asked, does Beth take a salary from nonprofit? I mean, the people who work at North Shore Animal League are not volunteers.
I don't think
She
we've actually
has to be-
seen a
People
return
get-
from her since 2000.
Nope. It's
Right?
been
2010. sorry.
Even like Charity Navigators, like it's been a while since that shit's been updated.
There are paid people, like the people that run
See,
it.
Rupert's with me. Me too. I took 9 to exactly.
Jesus Christ!
I don't want the government holding my money. Fuck them.
I play too nice, I guess.
Don't most condos have strict rules on the number of animals allowed in a unit?
if you're rich
How
enough.
could they have had so many cats in a New York City property pre-COVID? Okay, when you're that wealthy and you have
Doesn't
that much
matter.
space, nobody gives a shit. I promise you. Where they live is basically only like 8 floors above another huge condo complex. So if it starts at 46, I think it only goes, I don't know what 6 times 8 or 6 minus 8 is. So maybe like 48.
6 minus 8 is 2.
38. So let's say 38 to 46 is all that is there. And there's only like 4 or 5 apartments on every floor at best. And then when you get up to the penthouses, it's only like 2 on a floor. So they don't give a shit. You know what? Howard pays enough to be there.
Absolutely.
And they pay enough to fucking run it. Yes, I am Italian Rican, okay, man.
Very rare.
So,
You and
yeah.
Benicio del Toro are the only
That's
two
exactly fucking right. We are. We tan well and we know how to cook. That's all we
When
got.
we first started doing this and you talked about your ethnicity, I feverishly looked up if there was anybody out there, and the only one I came up with was Benicio del Toro. And that's a pretty good company to
You used
be
to call me Monicio del Toro.
Benicio. Yeah, or
Benicio, right.
Yeah.
And how good was he in The Usual Suspects? Jesus, he was good in that.
Oh my
He's
God,
got a
he
little
was.
cult following. He's
Career
had a nice
off.
little career, that guy.
Oh, okay, Andrew
He
Morgan,
reminds
thank
me
you
of
for
Xavier,
sharing
by the
this.
way.
Jesus.
Who, Benicio?
Yeah, he does. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know
If you
why.
hear him like in a candid interview, I think he looks like him. Xavier's bigger than people think. He's like 6'3", right? So that
I don't know. How
why.
tall are
He
you,
reminds-
Xavier?
I don't know. I don't have people that I hire to tell me these things.
He's pretty fucking.
you don't
he's
know.
he's pretty fucking tall. He's like a imposing figure with a resting bitch face, and he had me a bitch. All right, what else do we have to say about tonight's show?
What now? What about the? I don't want to get political, but the wishing
don't.
death on right-wing hosts and COVID and stuff. We want to
Yeah,
go
that was a
the
bit
article in
dickish
there.
on their part, and
But that's the real Howard, right? Isn't that the real guy? That's the old, strap on them, wishing people death and kids cancer and
Yes.
stuff. Isn't that the real guy?
yeah,
Isn't that
that
what
is
we want?
absolutely the real
He doesn't
fucking
like
guy.
people, so
Yeah, He doesn't like people.
Sociopath. So yeah.
He's a sociopath. He wants us to be dead. Who doesn't he want to be dead? You think he's a humanitarian?
He's upset at us.
Everyone
because he's upset at us. We made fun of him.
No, Beanie. No, hey, black guy. No, he did not bring up Cuomo.
No, of course not. That ain't gonna ever happen.
Oddly, though, Marianne from Brooklyn, I think, improv'd Cuomo into her open. Did you hear that the opening? And she rattled off a list of things Howard's going to cover, and she actually slipped Cuomo in.
Yeah, Marianne.
To fool you into thinking that was going to come up.
Yeah, no.
What the fuck does Marianne know, though, really? I mean,
Not
she probably hears from, like, skinny Jason, which is an anomaly as it is, because he's, like, 5'4", and he still weighs, like, 290 pounds. He lost, like, 70 pounds or something like that. I don't even know.
Deck chair.
Yeah. Exactly.
Super Trooper, yes. I mean, Sally Jesse Raphael.
Puts it all back on.
Super Trooper. Sally Jesse Raphael is just one of everyone's dead skulls. He's gonna fuck and Kathy Lee's kid. Just any talk show host, anyone he's jealous of, anyone who had a show in the 90s, he wants to fuck their dead skull, and all their kids are dead. Man, right? Or a radio show.
And you know what? I refer back to that every single time somebody says to me, you know what, you guys are really fucked up with the way you talk about the show and how you hate him and stuff like that. It's like, he wished AIDS and cancer on people's fucking children.
Cody
like,
and Cassidy.
With no irony.
No irony whatsoever. Yeah. Just pure anger, jealousy, and maliciousness. And so, you know what? Fuck you if you don't think that we can talk about Howard like this. I don't even care at this point, honestly.
And, I want to say Dana Plato would probably still have been alive. We've got that episode coming up, of course.
Oh, I truly believe he facilitated her death in a way that absolutely.
Oh, we had that whole discussion.
Yep, we did.
Yeah, just to reiterate that, we on September 10th, is it, Bon?
Correct.
Okay, September 10th, we are doing a rebroadcast, and we haven't had the show up in a while. And by the way, I'm having somebody send me my hard drive, so we will have a bunch of old shows up probably fairly soon, in definitely the next year or so. But so the Dana Plato show that we did with Shane Bugbee, is going to be rebroadcast as a premiere on the 10th. And all super chats and such that are brought to us on that day will be donated to the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, because it's just the right thing to do, and because Howard is a fucking cunt. So we want that to happen. Hey, Mo, your name necklace. Okay, my God, what is Doodle saying to me? Your name necklace from expired me. Oh, I love that you did that. Right, I still have mine on. I love it so much. I actually have a diamond one that's actually much more gaudy than this, that my parents bought me and I hate so much. And this was bought for me by James, my first boyfriend. So I have this on from, I don't know, like 400 years ago. So I kind of dig it.
Is James Rico?
No. Oh, well, no, that's Jimmy, not to be confused with James. But yeah.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
And so I was out to dinner the other night, and the woman said to me, and what would you like, Monique? I'm like, how the fuck do you know my name? She's like, it's on your neck, bitch. Like, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea. You be quiet. You be quiet right now.
That'll be great. She goes, Monique from Uncle Vanya?
I have a similar story.
You still look the same.
When you had your name, yeah.
There was a night where my dad didn't put out his cigarettes on my forehead.
Oh my! What is that? Breakfast Club?
Way to bring the fucking vibe right down now.
You know what's funny about Xavier? He's like a little like his tone. I mean, his volume's low, so it's soft, but he has like a Wood Yee like delivery with the low volume. Right? It's like the Wood Yee napalm.
Wow.
You know, and it just hits you.
That's high praise.
It is high praise. I love Wood Yee. That's what's missing from this Stern show, the Wood Yees of the world.
Hey, you know what, Christina Brown, debutante? That necklace doesn't go with orange, so not gauche. But you know what?
Orange soda?
I am so out. I am in, okay? So, and all of you that bitched at me last year about my fucking Crocs that I wore in one picture, you know I was so fucking spot on. So early and so on with my fucking white Crocs. Just throwing it out there.
I want to issue a triple compliment to Two Master, Rupert Pumpkin, and Uncle Larry.
Yeah.
They are this inside. I want to we should do a show where it's the three of them, and they just give us the dirt they know and they have this weird insider gossip that nobody seems to be privy to. It is.
You know what? They're just really good researchers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry.
None of them want to come on. I mean, honestly,
You've been asking Larry to come on for years.
Yeah, would you come on,
John.
Pumpkin?
He's never.
I know.
Monsoon.
Pumpkin, would you come on?
Monsoon, I've been wanting to come on. I mean, all of them. So, you know what? At some point, you just gotta fucking cut your losses. I don't even care. A lot of people are really like shy to come on and don't want their voices on air, and I get that, and it's okay.
We can change that. We can modulate that.
Oh my god,
I was
we
nervous.
can.
We totally can.
Oh yes.
I was nervous around a celebrity like Dennis too, but after a while, a year in,
Christ.
it gets old hat.
Unfucking real.
Okay, I had a question here, and this was something from Reddit, and I wanted to throw that out to everybody and see if you remembered this before we end off the show. Toward the end of the show, did Howard actually insinuate that he had a high school classmate contact him on Facebook during his single phase to hop on the strip club and sex bandwagon, and took glee in saying no? I think I might have misheard.
Yes, he did.
But is
He
that
actually
correct?
said that. Yes, that actually happened. Yes, he did say that. Yes. 100%.
His single phase was 2000 to 2001.
Well, not really, but
Facebook
whatever.
hit the public around 2007, 2008. I'm not looking to flame the Howard left Allison for Beth conspiracy theory, but I'm pointing out that Howard is a deluded asshole if he believes this. So what was that story? I don't even remember it.
He actually said that he always likes when these guys from high school that wouldn't hang out with him always try to reach out to him. I even had this one guy reach out to me when I was going out to strip clubs and stuff through Facebook, and I basically blew him off, which is insane because you're right. Facebook didn't exist when he was doing that type of stuff.
Good catch.
And honest to God, he is such a delusional asshole. He literally just makes up stories that have no basis in reality.
No.
Just the little lies for no reason too. It's such an unnecessary lie that you could easily either not say it or have the presence of mind to dot your I's, and he's such a serial pathological liar. He can't stop, and eventually you're gonna say something so stupid like that. And what 70-year-old is? It truly is how Hollywood is high school with money. I mean, does it ever stop? You're 70 years old. You're talking about fucking high school. I mean,
no.
Did they ever go lying about it?
He's talking not even about high school. He talks about being like 5-6 years old. I mean, this is really delusional shit at this point. I mean, seriously. He is talking about 5 or 6 years old like it's happening like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it's the same story over and over again.
Did you guys notice today he was doing this fake sincerity where he was trying to thank the people who manned his channels, and even when remember we played the clip in the beginning of the summer when he was promoting the bullshit that was going to be filling the Howard 101, and he didn't quite know what the shows were, and he didn't know how long they were, and he wouldn't say when they were on, and he's mentioning Dana Carvey and all these just iced tea, and you're going, what the hell? Just absolute half-baked horseshit. And he comes back today and he's talking about, I called Brandy Glanville, but she didn't pick up, and I don't really know if she got it. He kept having these series of phone calls where he's thanking people, but he doesn't know if they got the call, and he doesn't really know how to. He would stop himself, and he's kind of lying, and the phone call didn't connect, and he didn't leave a message, and they couldn't call. He did that 10 times today. He's calling everybody to thank him while you get all the money, while you get $4,000 a minute.
How much original content did he have on his 2 channels in 2 months?
I'd say 8 hours.
Yeah, I would say about 8 hours. Yeah.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, no, they had the
2 months.
They had the Gary and Jan Hine thing, and then the medicated Pete fucking flaming disaster. That was it. It was the summer. 67 days.
Well, it's a good thing all those testosterone-ridden truckers got to hear Chris Wilding's detailed sex life today.
Disgusting.
Just what you.
Disgusting.
That's
Beanie
priority
Mac
one.
said that if we actually do a Chris Wilding hate show, that he would love to be on. So yeah, we will definitely do a
to
Chris
Beanie
Wilding.
Mac.
What are you chuckling about?
Ooga.
City Lou Who.
If Dennis has a barbecue and invites us all, do we have to wear bathrobes?
Hey, how about that? How about that Andrew Morgan with a Mark Twain quote in a Radio Gunk episode? That's a first and a last.
Where are
Mark
we?
Twain. I just looked up. Mark Twain. You don't have to have a good memory if you always tell the truth.
That's true.
Look at Andrew Morgan.
That is absolutely fucking true.
Nice.
All right. Anything else we want to touch on before we end the show?
I just want to
Go
say
ahead.
that it's been 15 minutes.
What?
It's been 15 minutes per Robin.
What?
Oh, the podcast.
Podcast.
You can only go 15
right.
minutes.
Yeah.
You can only go 15 minutes because it's a podcast.
Exactly.
Sure.
Dennis, I was just going to ask. Dennis is down with all these kind of figures. Going ahead with the Stern show, does this mean he's going to take much time off until the end of the year? Have you done
Absolutely.
that?
So
Oh,
I
Dennis
actually
did the
give us a
Dennis did
load.
I did
the
the math this morning.
Yeah, go ahead, go for it.
So this is his 60th show. He's doing 82. So he had 22 shows left, or 23 shows left. And so he is going to do 2 shows this week, and then there's 7 weeks of 3 shows left, and that's it. And it works out because there'll be 2 more weeks it could be 2 more weeks this month, maybe 2 weeks in October, 2 weeks in November, 1 week in December.
That's
Think of
it.
that for a second. That's it.
One
That's
week.
all that's left.
Oh.
That's it. That's all that's left for the
He
entire
really
year.
negotiated
So-
a good deal.
There is a little tidbit, but I don't think we're going to get to that today.
Yeah, Doodle, there is a little tidbit,
There's a
and
tidbit.
I am dying to talk about it. It was on another show, and it actually just shockingly points out the pay per play thing that we always thought was real. And somebody has actually come out and said, yeah, we used to pay the Stern Show to mention us. Sorry, they used to pay somebody in particular on the show to mention us during the show. So I want to play that clip, and we will get to that probably. Well, maybe we'll just make a little Whiskers tidbit special, Xavier.
Slightly related to that, I also found a clip of Sandra Bernhard, who is now on the outs, and hopefully that book does come out. She talks about it's somebody who worked for Sandra Bernhard talked about how Sandra talked about that she was told to make up stories every time she did Howard's show. She was they would say that's not fun.
Except
so
for-
she was making up lies about her life to come on, and
Except
she
for when
eventually-
Beth.
Sandra's as
Except for
relevant
Papa.
at
That's the only
moment
true
at this
thing, right?
point.
That's the only true.
Are we done?
I think so. I guess we are.
We just got an Ethel Merman reference, so yes, I think we're good.
Okay. Yeah, I was just making a little heart to Jessica because
Ooga.
Aww.
I know she was being very cute in the comments, so I was kind of commenting back to her. G. Canada wasn't here tonight, which is shocking. He's
Yeah.
always here. All right, so
Missed
just
good
so you know
midlife
what's coming up, Xavier and I will be doing another creepy show probably at some point this weekend. And a lot of you really liked that show that we did last week, and it was us just trying to
We
kind of expand out a little bit.
a trailer coming up in a day or two, and it's really disturbing crap.
Yeah, really disturbing. So basically what we're doing the next show on is about creepy last photos of people.
Well, I think
Ish.
it's more of
Every picture tells a story.
innocent looking pictures that have an ominous background to them.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
that's
Thank you,
cool.
Andrew
Is that
Morgan,
like,
so much.
You know those ones where people go on to things that they shouldn't climb onto, like bridges, and then they take a selfie and then fall off? Is that what you mean?
Somewhere along that vein, but we've only going to pull like about half a dozen and give the background story for them. Some of them are really, really twisted.
Yeah, really twisted. Really fucking creepy and really twisted. So we'll be doing that.
Can you play the trailer right now? You can probably play the
Oh,
trailer right now.
maybe I can. Hold on,
trailer.
let me see. Do I have
That's
it?
what we call it. I mean,
It's a trailer.
In the meantime,
it's
thank
fucking
you,
Hollywood,
Andrew Morgan for the 5-spot. Bengals 17-0. Counting on it.
Oh, you want to do a little fantasy football thing while I'm pulling out this download of the
Send it to me, Mon, because you're not going to play it.
Oh,
you're not gonna
god
be able to
damn
hear
you,
it,
you're
yeah.
so
You gotta send it
right.
halfway across the
that
fucking
on,
world.
Is that on Mega NZ?
No, I'll throw it in there though. I mean, would it be easier for me to email it to you or to be on Mega? You tell me.
just go email, I guess. Yep.
Okay, I can do it on
You
email.
gotta get off that Commodore
Xavier
500.
Dennis.
Shut up. You know what? I've tried so hard to make this show the best it can fucking be, and I can't.
Here we are.
Here we are. Exactly.
And
I've
here
got
we are.
some good things.
The
coming up.
drained dragon writes. I used to dread his days off, and now I love them. It's amazing. It's amazing we were ever in that mindset. It is.
Actually,
Couldn't
no, I
agree
think
more.
I can.
No one loves it
I
more than
emailed it
Dennis.
to you, so I should be able to just download it and play it myself.
Yeah, yeah. If you could, I can do it myself though too. I'm downloading it as we speak. It.
I'm actually
Yes,
working-
Happy. Bank on that. Can't wait for the Christmas show and Howard brings his granddaughter into the studio to open presents. Bank on that.
Yeah,
That's definitely
never
gonna
happen. That'll never happen. All right, I have it, Bon. I'm gonna throw it into. You want me to throw it into Mega?
Yeah, if you want. Yeah, yep. Email.
Okay, I got that.
either-
I got
either.
that. I'm gonna do it right this moment as we type, just so you guys can see the trailer for that.
An
Thank you, Marco
video
Attack.
where, we're working on an upcoming video. Well, I'm working on it. John sings. That's right. Every time John has sung, it's probably going to be half an hour, maybe, for YouTube. It's going to be every time John has sung. And John, how do you feel about that?
A medley of me at the 4-hour mark singing a raspy Richard Marx
Took
music sounds
every
delicious.
Oh,
That's
That don't mean
I knew
nothing.
you would.
don't mean nothing. The words that they say don't mean nothing.
Wow.
These games that people play.
Okay,
I've got to add
Bon,
that one
it's
to-
No
Okay,
business.
I got it. If you here, Mo, you can play it. Here.
Can you do share?
Yeah. Oh no, yeah. It's just video. It has to be in a video format. That.
You won't
Right.
have
I want-
audio,
it was
though,
just
I
totally,
don't think. That was the problem.
Oh,
Let's see. Here you go.
all right. You tell me
Play
because it's downloading
and-
to Mega
No,
just
you
now.
should see it. You'll see it in a second.
Monique, they're asking in the chat, any comments on the Stuttering John Elisa Jordana dust
Oh,
up?
that was amazing. That
I didn't listen to it.
was
I saw, like,
amazing.
So
Is it something
Xavier
you wanna
knows
go to?
this.
Anyone
No,
hasn't
Xavier
seen it.
knows this, but I was on the phone with John as he was talking about the whole shit that was going on. I have the download button, so well, hopefully we'll have the sound on it. Yeah, John. I will tell you what the story was. I don't know why Alyssa is getting attention now, but I don't even want to go
Andy
into
Dick.
that's John's story to tell about how he wound up being on that show that particular day.
Gurgle, gurgle.
But I do know there was a whole issue with him talking to his wife about, we had a pretty hard and fast rule about not putting the kids out on social media if it would affect them, and you went ahead and did that, and it's kind of not fair. And so I got the fucking text about, are you putting up videos about my kids? And I'm like, well, I personally am not putting up videos of your kids, nor am I commenting on it. However, yeah, they were up there. So, that's on you and Susanna, not really on us. And that, I think, is why she took them down.
Who's going to get Fudgesicle in the divorce? Have you ever seen someone so obsessed with John?
Oh my God. Okay. Wait. Let me back it up. Okay. So this is our preview for the next Creepy Time show. So, and why do you have sound and I don't? This is like the weirdest thing ever. But okay, here we go. There you go. That's our.
Gruesome. Very eerie.
It is pretty fucking gruesome.
Spine chilling.
It is pretty fucking gruesome.
That's That's got to be Florida, right? I saw a case of Bush.
Yeah, that
natural
must be.
light.
Let's just assume Florida or Ohio. Let's just go out there with it. Yeah, so that'll be our creepy show, probably coming this Saturday-ish, right? Maybe, X?
Yes,
I don't even
yes,
know
yes.
when we're doing
probably.
this.
More likely.
Yeah, okay. So it'll be like nice and creepy, and it'll just be really on par with what we did last week, which we got really good reviews on. So I'm glad you guys like that type of genre of things. And anybody who bitches about it and says, okay, it's not fucking Howard, I'm out, don't care. It's just one of those things we want to do just to kind of expand ourselves out a little bit. And
Need a mental break?
have a little mental break. And the reality is, we're not going to have Howard forever, and nor do we care to. So we're just going to do things that make us happy. And we have a couple of really creepy shows leading up to Halloween. And so it's just kind of like a, 6 or 8 part kind of series that we're doing. And we're trying to do things that you may or may not actually be aware of in the scheme of creepiness. And I know a lot of you listen to podcasts about creepy and scary and murder things, but what you don't get with podcasts is the visual. And so that's what we're here to do, to give you the visual on some things that may have scared you in the past and might be fun for you to pay attention to and listen to. That's it.
Boo.
Boo. All right, so that's it for our show tonight. Thank you, Daniel P. Grote, for participating with us tonight. Love your music. Love what you do.
This is where we gotta get a cello sound effect drop.
Thank you, my favorite Gindaloon in a floral bathrobe, power washing his fucking lawn, which I will never forget, driveway. Thank you, Bond, for coming in last minute
Is that Richard Christie?
to help us with some of the vocals that we needed for tonight. Yeah, Only Murders, Mo. Exactly. Oh my God, it's a great fucking name for the show. I love that. And thank you, Captain Stupid, for participating with us tonight. I love having you on, and God knows I spend 7,000 hours talking to you a week, so it's fun to have you on a show every once in a while. So thanks for participating with us tonight. All right, so I'm going to do my ending final outro edit, which is just basically to tell you guys to like our fucking show and click the thumbs up button and subscribe so that you know when we're having another show. So good night. Have an awesome night. Thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any discussion at radiogunk.com in the forum section. Follow us on Instagram or Twitter at Radio Gunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so that you know when we're going to have a new show. Thanks.